Welcome back to the journey of a Navy medic. I'm Dave Lassam. Today I want to talk about something that doesn't often make headlines, but is absolutely vital in any crisis: leadership. Not the polished kind you read in textbooks, but the kind you earn, in mud, in sweat, under pressure. In this episode, I'll share what it was like commanding medical teams during humanitarian operations in some of the most unpredictable and demanding environments on Earth. From natural disaster zones to war-affected regions, this is about making decisions when there's no time to think, and leading where failure is not an option. I never set out to become a leader. I joined the Navy as a medic in 1978. For many years, I followed orders and did the work on the ground, saving lives, stabilising patients, holding hands with the dying. But over time, through experience and a bit of trust from those above me, I found myself in command. Not of a ship, but of people. Skilled, intelligent, passionate people. Medical officers, dentists, sailors, logisticians, each of them with a critical role to play. My job? To lead them into chaos and to bring them all back. During our humanitarian missions across the South Pacific and Indian Ocean, we landed in areas where systems had collapsed. Roads were gone, hospitals destroyed, locals injured or sick, sometimes hundreds at a time, and people were scared. There was no time to second guess. We had to set up field clinics, coordinate patient flow, communicate with local officials, and ensure we didn't spread more disease than we came to treat. And amid all that, I had to keep my team focused, calm, and safe. Because good leadership in a crisis doesn't mean barking orders. It means being present, clear, and accountable. You lead by example. You don't panic, even when your insides are churning. One thing I quickly learned: leadership is personal. When a young medic breaks down after seeing a child with third-degree burns, when a team member hasn't slept in 36 hours and still insists on staying at the triage tent, you don't lead with policy, you lead with heart. I always made sure my team knew that they could speak up, take a break, ask for help, because the people who deliver care also need care. That's not weakness, that's sustainability. In one operation, I had to rotate a medic off the front lines. He'd seen too much, too fast. He didn't want to go. He felt like he was letting the team down. I told him, "Mate, if your cup's empty, you can't fill anyone else's. Go rest, we've got this." He came back stronger. That's leadership that lasts. The battlefield may be different today, but leadership under pressure is everywhere. When you're managing a hospital ward during a pandemic, leading a team through a business crisis, or parenting through tough times, these lessons hold true. Communicate clearly and often. Don't hide fear, acknowledge it, but don't let it lead. Trust your team and back them up when things go wrong. Always be the calmest voice in the room. Leadership isn't about control, it's about stability. You're the anchor, especially when the storm hits. Leading in a crisis taught me a lot about myself. It showed me where I was strong and where I still had growing to do. Some of the toughest decisions I made weren't about medicine, but about people. Who gets a break? Who goes out next? When to push forward and when to pull back? You carry these choices with you, and sometimes you second guess them, even years later. But I can say this with honesty: I always tried to lead with integrity, empathy, and purpose. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't about rank, it was about responsibility. To those I led, and to those we served. Thanks for joining me today in the journey of a Navy medic. If you're in a leadership position, or if you ever hope to be, just remember, true leadership shows up when things fall apart. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up, staying steady, and doing the job with heart. In the upcoming episode, we'll change focus and explore the development of military medicine within the Royal Australian Navy. Until then, lead with courage, listen with compassion, and never forget, you don't have to have all the answers to be the man or woman for the job. I'm Dave Lassam. See you next time.